Hi there. I'm giving you the journals that I have written in the order that they were written. And this one, it's funny. It's called Massive Change, Keeping Up. And I didn't keep up. So this is from June 8th, the first one of that day. The Mayan day was for offering or water. Well, this is a bit strange. It's been one of the lowest energy days going for me. I've hardly moved off the couch, resting a lot. At least it's not so miserable as it could be, since by now I've learned to go with the flow and not fight it. Be sensitive to my body, and I'm glad. Anyway, it's been a long day, and you'd think it was time I laid my head down to sleep. Let me see, what time was this? Oh, 1:02 in the morning, basically Friday night instead of Saturday. Was headed that way, but watched myself open a journal. So here goes, maybe short, who can say? Not I. This innervation, or whatever it is, has been accompanied by significant pain, but don't feel bad for me, as I feel it's signaling healing of some sort. I just feel really good about the whole thing, in spite of enduring the pain. Yeah, go figure. Oh well, remember, we're not linear anymore, unless we choose to be, and I don't. We're not a person. We're not the body, you know? I'm multidimensional, and I'm claiming it. Hope you are too, if that's your desire. This evening, I got a really intriguing reply to a comment I left on one of Newtopia SG's latest videos on Turtle Island. It didn't really relate to my comment, but it's so fascinating, I'll share it here with you. He said, quote, "There was a major shift at 11:06 p.m. Wednesday a week ago. Someone rang the reality bell and revealed its fragility." Now, I'll put it together and give you a link over to that in case you want to listen to the video or see if you can figure that comment out. Now, one way or another, how does that sound for really cool? I responded asking him to share more. Maybe he will. Meanwhile, how have the rest of you guys been feeling? Did you notice anything toward the end of last month, May? If you're journaling, it's ideal, as you dated them so you can go back and easily have a look. I'm telling you guys, start to journal your inspirations, your neat experiences, your hunches, okay? Things will come up and you'll be glad to have them to go back to. Besides, even if they don't, you'll be leaving some footprints that may even turn out to be useful to those we leave behind. Hey, anything's possible, right? Sure it is. So, we just made it through the eclipse sandwich, sort of. These things have effects that linger far longer than just the days on which they happen. So, don't be surprised to see changes continuing. Be open to experience more than the sleeple will, for sure. Just around the corner, actually we've just passed it, is summer solstice. Another very special date when spring in the north changes to summer. Well, to winter in the south. The 4 annual days of 2 solstices and 2, equinoxes that occur at the changing of the seasons are always special, signaling change, both inner and outer. Be alert. Plus, we've been having a special trinity of beneficent planets occur in the night sky. Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus have been in trine relationship, at their closest point on 526 being within 3 degrees, quite close. They were visible in this relationship for about 2 weeks, making a great show in the sky. You see what I mean? I didn't catch up. If I could have put this up right away, you guys could have been looking at this stuff. Anyway, you can keep up with such things by checking in with spaceweather.com now and then. It seems we really haven't had a good chance to catch our astrological breath yet this year. Maybe after solstice, we'll have a bit of a break. It's been predicted here and there. And the thing is, though, even if we have no new big sky stuff going on, we're still integrating what's happened thus far. So don't underestimate its power to influence and affect you and your life, along with the rest of the world. And there's always that several years left of the Pluto-Uranus square ringing our chimes. Now, don't give your power away to astrology, of course, nor to anything else. I like to follow these things mostly because I found that I'm sensitive to them. So it's just nice to know what's having an influence. It doesn't mean I give my power away to them. For instance, saying that, well, since Mercury is opposing Saturn today, I'll have a rough time mentally, or my thinking will slow down. No such thing. I'm learning, leaning, I think I meant, or shifting in to living life as a queen, one who rules my own life. Things such as astrology or even the regular weather don't rule me. I view them instead as advisors. They may have a say in what I choose to do or how I do it, but not necessarily. Just because it's raining doesn't mean my shopping trip is off. It may be. Or I may just bring the umbrella and leave the dog at home. See? Besides, it's the weather is something we can interact with too. All this technology out there to try to control the weather, and I suppose they do a fairly good job, but well, I'm going to leave that one alone for now. The teacher or guru of Yogananda, an Indian teacher of yoga who came to America in the last century, was also an astrologer of some note, Sri Yukteswar. He was quite well acquainted with the fortuitous days for doing or not doing things, the various gems to wear and whatnot. While he generally used his knowledge to his advantage, making things go easier for him, he also set out somewhat regularly to do quite the opposite. Yeah, he would make plans that would fly directly in the face of what the heavens and their placement suggested, with full intent to do just that. He was a master of astrology, not the reverse. It didn't master him. Saying that while it generally or often took longer to get the same things done when going against the stars this way, that it was a very good exercise for the will. Bet you never thought of exercising your willpower muscles that way, huh? Pretty creative. Actually, it's more like your mastery muscles. Mastering the realm of 3D, or your majesty muscles. Now our attitude creates too. How we approach things counts. Do we approach them as a king, or as a servant, or as a worm? Huh? It's in your power to do things like this, but it will require a change of attitude to even think of them. If, up to this point, you've played more of the downtrodden sort of role in your head or in your life, like most of us have, what is your quality of self-worth? Or is it closer to self-abuse? Now, that's how we were all programmed, so don't be afraid to fess up to it. Besides, how else are you going to change if you can't take a clear look at what is? Let us all be shifting, ever shifting inside into our divine qualities, our divine nature. Let us ever be aware that we are source, even and especially when it looks simply ridiculous. To that, we say a resounding, so what? Now, that would be mind trying to keep us down. I hope you can see that, see through it. If not, go back and take a new look both at this journal and your life. We are divine, my friends, but you'll never find this out if you don't push the limits a bit. Just like Jim Carrey in The Truman Show, you won't discover the limits if you don't go pushing at the edges you perceive, there where you are. Keep remembering that beliefs create, and that you're the one in charge of your own. You do have the power to change them. Sprinkled throughout these journals, I've shared with you all of the little goodies that helped me find my way into awakening. Such things will go far if you plant them in your belief garden to reprogram the mind. It's really doable, but it won't happen unless and until we engage with it. Waking up is no spectator sport. Okay, I guess that's enough for now. Energy's about run out. However, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see me keep going on when I go to record this. One never knows. Are you open to things that way? I find it lends a nice spice to life, right along with beliefs like one of my favorites, anything is possible. I love that one. Be the blessing you are to the earth, my friends. It's a mutual thing. You're a blessing to it. It's a blessing to you. Funny, but somehow it just works better that way. Namaste. And then I said, P.S., we also have a Venus-Moon conjunction on 6/10. Like I said, this one was on keeping up. Maybe I should have called it on not keeping up. See you again soon.